All right, HTML tables. This is a cool code crumb, and it's going to, since Webflow doesn't natively support tables yet, we have to use the embed element to actually input our own HTML and CSS, which is what you see here. So if you're new to HTML and CSS, I know this might look a little daunting, a little intimidating because it's kind of like quite a bit of code, but it's actually really, really simple, and we've already done the hard work for you. So all you're gonna have to do is copy this, and I'm gonna show you in this video exactly what to change here, so you're on your way to having nice, clean, and responsive tables inside your Webflow project. And this works for CMS items, using the new code embed option in your rich text elements. And just in case you wanted to display anywhere else on the page, or any of your pages as well, using just the regular HTML or just the regular embed element. I was stuttering there for a second. Just a regular embed element, or the rich text, the embed or the code element inside the rich text element. Okay, so let's go ahead and if we let's close this. If you're on CodeCrumbs and you ever want to see exactly what the CodeCrumb is doing, some kind of demo, just come down here where it says demo and just click see demo, and it'll pop open a page, and you'll see this is exactly what we're going to build, or not build because it's already built for you, but this is exactly what the code is going to render on your page, and it's actually going to render live in your Webflow designer too, which is cool because it's just HTML and CSS. It's super simple. And so what I did here is I just created a test project with one of the Webflow templates, just to show you how we can use this for a product, which is in turn a CMS item. And then what we'll do is we'll start off first by just adding a table right here directly on the page, just to show you how quick it is. And then we have the table test, which we'll render out in a few, just to see how it looks in a live environment. So what I did is I just clicked on container here, and we're just going to add an embed, just like this, and you can see it's ready for us to place our code. And then of course we go back to CodeCrumbs. It makes it super easy for us. We just click copy, then we go back to our website, and then just Command or Control V on your keyboard, depending if you're on a Mac or a PC. And you can see it's placed all the code in here for us. And simply enough, if we just click save and close, you can see the table renders out perfectly. And we're like kind of off to the races and ready to get going. So I'm going to show you how to customize this a bit more, to kind of closely, a lot more closely, match your own website theme. So you can see in this website, we have a lot of black going on. Of course, these are just placeholder images, but we're going to, obviously match this a little bit better. So let me see if I was to get picky with it. Let me see what color this is. So, okay, so that's just black. And so we also have these grays too, which we could use, but I don't know if we'll get like that picky with it, but why not? Let's just do it. So we'll see this one's 69, 69, 69. So let's just use those two. So we'll open this back up, and we'll style this first because that's the funnest part, right? So we see we have two main sections here, and remember where it says root here is in between here where it says table styles. This is in between here and where it says end of table styles. This is all you're going to have to worry about as far as the styling. These are just dynamic variables for all the CSS, so you don't have to go through all this. I just basically placed this all in one location, very organized. So all you have to do is mess with these, and that's it. You're done. And then the rest is the actual table with the contents, and I'm going to show you how easy this is to do, how quickly it is to add a new row or a new column, things like that. So this is going to be so easy. So just bear with me. I'm going to try to make this fast and painless, and then we'll be off, and we'll kind of place this in a few spots in this website, and then that'll be the end of the quick tutorial. So, or I don't know if it'll be quick, but quick enough. So here we go. So table header font color, it's pretty simple. Anything you see here in green, this is a table header, which is going to create a column. So this is what you see here. So we have like this teal color for the background, and then we of course our font color here is white. So let's go ahead and we'll leave it white. The teal color will change though. We'll do black. So you can either write in black like this, since it's just a straight color. You can do like black, white, red, teal, things like that. But if we had more of a specific hex code, we'd want to write that in as so. So for this one, we could write 3 zeros or 6, since it's the same. And then let's see, table header border color. This is going to be the color in between here. Let's go ahead and use this table cell border color just to keep it kind of consistent, since it's going to be on black anyways. And we'll go ahead and just place that there. And then table header font color. Let's try that 69, see how that works. So we'll say 69, whoops, 69, just like that. And if we save it just like this, you can see it's changed. Now this might be a little too dark. It might look better actually if we use a 69 for the border colors instead. So let's go ahead and change that back to white. Go up and we'll just F for white, and then for the border color, let's try that for the 69. Just like that, and now we have it. It looks a lot cleaner like that, I think. And so let's go ahead and style the rest of it. So we'll see table cell font color. Let's try that. Let's see what that looks like in 69 too. And then for the border color, we'll do that also in 69. Oops. One too many. Okay, so table BG color. So we obviously have this as white now. If you were to change this, the whole background color of the table would change. And then the table border color is the outside. Excuse me. Currently, so sorry about that. Currently, it's white, which we can just leave, which is totally fine. And then we'll move on to the table dimensions as well. So right here, you can see we got the table header padding top and bottom. So the top is going to be 12 pixels, and then on the side, we just have 10 pixels. So we can go ahead and change this. So we can say we want a little bit more spacing on the side. So let's change it to 24. And I know I'm going to want the left and right side to match up for the cells as well. So right here, with this table cell padding left and right, we're going to change this to 24 as well. And maybe we'll leave this as 10 pixels so it's a little bit, or you know what, let's do 12 and I'll show you why. But let's say the font size is going to be different. So let's say I want to make this 22. It's a little big for my taste, but we'll leave that as 14. We'll click save. So now you could see we have a totally different look here now, and it looks pretty good. If we wanted to, I think those cell borders are a little bit too heavy, so let's go ahead and try to change that. I'm not a fan of something that it's just a little too much. So let's go ahead and try. I think I had 777 last time. Nope. Let's do something lighter. So maybe like where were we at? Right here. Let's try like D2. I don't know, it's gonna be too light. Yeah, something like that looks a lot better actually. So I really like the way this looks. So we'll leave it like that. So we can see we got a nice strong big size here, and it looks good. And the font, what was I gonna say? The font family is going to be inheriting whatever the font family is for the entire page. And that's how it's going to be. So I think these are using H3s or H2s, the heading up here. So whatever those are, that's going to follow the same type of font family. And then the body is just using like a P tag pretty much. So that's going to inherit the same as the paragraph or the body font, which is Montserrat here. So you can see if we were to change that, it adjusts with your size. So this is going to integrate, super clean wherever you put it in your site. It's just going to look nice. So that's that. And then let me actually go ahead, just because I'm a little picky. Let's change the heading size to 18, back down a little bit. Looks good. A lot better like that. And then I'll show you that it is responsive here. You can see that if we were to just preview it, should scroll. I don't know why it's scrolling here. I don't know, it's because we haven't published it. Let me see. Okay, I'm trying to scroll with my fingers, but let me do this. Let me go ahead and publish this. It might be just a little weird inside the okay, so there's our table. Let's republish this again, and if I were to scroll this down, it's going to resize, but then there's a minimum, so yep, and it's scrolling just fine. So when you get down to mobile, which is like pretty small, you can see it's starting to it'll, you know, resize perfectly. So it looks good. It looks really good. So we'll just keep it like that. And so let's go back, and so we have our table like that, and it looks fine. It looks perfect. So now what we want to do is, let's say we want to add another column here for something else. So we need some kind of, maybe after size, let's see, we have shoe type, color, size, and details. Maybe we want, let's see. Okay, I know this is dumb. I mean, okay, so let's do this. Let's say whether or not the shoe has laces or not. So let's create a column for that. So it's really easy, and we'll do that after size. So let's look on our thing here. So we have, okay, this is how this works. We have our table tag just like this, which is going to wrap the whole table. Okay. And then inside here, you see everything starts with a TR, which means table row. Okay. And then you'll see table TH, which means table head. And then down here, you'll see where it says TD, which means table data. So it's really simple. So here we have a row, which is this top row. And then we have shoe type, color, size, and details, right? So that's how the rows are being generated. So really simple. So to add this, what we're going to do is we'll just copy this where it says size. And remember, we wanted to put it after size. We'll just enter after, and it's Command or Control V to paste it. And then this we'll just change to laces, just like that. So the table data is going to follow the same thing. So running is going to be the shoe type. White, black is going to be the color. TD, right, for table, the 10.5, 11 is going to be the size. So we know we need to put one right after the shoe size, just like this, because that's going to be the next one, which is laces, so the columns match up. And it's that simple. So here we'll just put yes, just like that. So I'll show you. So for the next one, we have the skateboard one. After size, we just add that. After size again, we just add that, and that's it, done. So maybe the skateboard one has, the hiking one doesn't. Maybe that has like weird straps or something, so we'll put no. So we'll save it, and you can see we have our new column now called laces. And it's literally that easy to change and add stuff on your tables, and you can see these will wrap nice. Also, another thing is that eventually, you know, you could, if you wanted the table to break down differently, like you see how these boxes are getting bigger, but if you wanted to keep them smaller and maybe have like, you know, the minimum width on the column, because right now these are set to, or you know what? I think I have it. I think there is an option here where it says, let's see, table cell minimum width. So this right here, let's say you wanted it 300, so you didn't want the table to, you wanted like less wrapping. So this is going to stretch like this. Whoops, we can't do it on there. We have to publish it. And you can see the minimum width is 300 pixels now instead of 200. I did 200 because I thought it was just a little bit nicer that way. And like I said, if you didn't want the table cells to be so big, maybe you could just lower the padding a little bit. So for example, let's go back up here to table cell padding, left and right. So let's say we just want to make this 12 pixels too, or even let's say 8 pixels and 8 pixels, something like that. You know what? 12 is nice. It's not that much. And then maybe for the heading, oh, we were doing the heading there. Whoops. So we'll go back here to do 12. So we'll just leave them all 12, and we'll save and close it. A little bit cleaner, a little bit smaller, a little bit tighter. So let's go ahead and, all right, and we'll just refresh. And a little bit smaller, a little bit cleaner, a little bit more, I guess, concise looking. So it looks good. Maybe you wouldn't even have this detail thing like that. And you could see if you didn't have information that wrapped, if we were to double click in here and just like shorten this, for example, where these periods are. Let's do it like something like that. Whoops. Let's actually copy this. Like that, and we'll just replace this here, and the last one here. We'll leave one big so you can see how they wrap, so it'll resize like how it's supposed to. And then just last thing, let me actually just go back up here and change the minimum width back down to 200. So I think that looks good. And so let's go ahead and publish this. See how this looks. A lot cleaner. Everything fits on in a good width. So it looks nice. Looks super clean. Okay, so let's take this code. Okay, so we'll just grab from the bottom here and go all the way up, and we'll Command or Control C to copy, and we'll save and close this still. And let's go into our product. So we'll click here, and let's say first we need to add the field, because we don't have that field. If you see in here, there's no option where it says anything about tables or anything like that. So we need to add that in there. So let's click here, and let's see, we have all this stuff. We're going to add a field in here. We're going to add a rich text element like this. And we're going to say product table or data table. We'll say something like that. Just something simple. So we're going to save that there. We'll move this up if we can. I guess we can't for now. Okay, so we'll just save that there. All the products are going to have this option now in here where it says product data table like this. And we'll explain how to use that in a second. Actually, you know what? Let's go in here. We'll add these in here. So let's see what our recent product is. Discard changes. We'll just do it to this unbelievable product. So we'll click here on this plus button. We'll see this new code option here. So we'll click that. Again, just copy and paste all that new data in here, and it's all in there. So we'll leave that like that. And then we'll save it. And let's go ahead and we can close this out. So let's go here and we'll say products template. And so we have, let's see, field label. Not sure what that is there, but let's go ahead and do it in this section here. So where this list is, let's go ahead and add an embed element. Just like this. Or it's not an embed element. I was wrong. We're going to add a rich text element there. So a little bit different. So let's go ahead and back to our elements again, and let's add a rich text in here like this. And we'll say get text from product data table. Just like that. Now you can see this one's hiding up here because there is none. We only added it to one. And I think that was the awesomeness maybe. Or breathtaking. Nope. I know it was one of these. Unbelievable. So you can see that's showing here. Let's see, script embed will only appear on published sites. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and publish this. So it's on our unbelievable product. Let's just refresh this here. Go to products and then unbelievable. And you can see our tables here. And it's generated dynamically, which is cool. So so if one of your tables or if one of your products required some kind of table in there, you could do so by just copying this code and putting it right into your CMS, and it makes it super easy to do. And like I said, you're going to go to products here, and if you needed to update it, you just click on this. And if you needed to make changes to any of the options here, you can go ahead and do so, and it's always going to be dynamic. So like let's say if we just copy this, close it, we'll say we'll go to the next one, which is clearness, and we'll add put the code in here like this. And let's say this one doesn't need a third row, just like this. So it's only got 2 rows, or 2 options. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. And so that was clearness. So let's go ahead and publish this. And let's go to products again. We'll refresh this just in case. And it was clearness. So if we click on this, you can see our tables here, and we only have two, we got rid of that third row, so we don't need that. So that's only showing 2 rows now, which is cool. So that easy, super clean. I love it. It looks nice. And like I said, you have options to change a bunch of the, the styling here, so it all looks really nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this helps you. And if you have any questions, join our Slack channel, and we'd be happy to help you in any way we can. So that's pretty much it. Take care.